Kia Optima has come a long way in recent years, ever since its radical redesign in 2011. Following last year's redesign, the Kia Optima for 2017 continues to be a highly desirable choice in the midsize sedan segment with its combination of style, performance, and luxury. So, let's go ahead and check out and take a closer look at this 2017 Kia Optima EX. Now, the Kia Optima and the Hyundai Sonata, its cousin, were the ones that changed the midsize sedan segment from being boring appliance vehicles to sexy, stylish vehicles. Now, the Optima here is still a pretty good looking midsize sedan, but many vehicles in its class have caught up to it in terms of style. But you still have a sleek sloping roof line in the back, and then you have this unique tiger nose front grille, which is a styling trait for many other Kia vehicles. But overall, it's certainly not a bad looking midsize sedan. You have some nice styling touches, such as these LED daytime running lights and these 17-inch alloy wheels. Now here goes the key fob design for the Optima. You have your lock, unlock to release your trunk, and your panic alarm. Not much has changed for the 2017 Optima for the gas engine models. However, there is the addition of a new hybrid model as well as a plug-in hybrid. Now, this color is known as the sparkling silver, and you do have smart key access on the driver's door and the front passenger door. And when you lock the vehicle, the mirrors will tilt in, and when you unlock it, they'll tilt out. And you do have a full-on black leather interior. However, one thing I don't like about the Optima's leather is that it's quite industrial looking. You do have your power driver's seat with power recline and power lumbar. Alright, now stepping on inside of the Optima's interior, it features a very simple and functional kind of layout here. More functional over form. And I love how the controls for the climate are facing towards the driver as well as the controls for the Uconnect system, some of the controls for it. And it's a okay looking interior, but it's just very simple. Then you do have push button ignition. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing there is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. You have a full leather wrapped steering wheel, 6-speed automatic transmission with manual shiftability. Go for the higher end trim levels, you can get paddle shifters. Putting the vehicle into reverse will display your rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory, and the mirrors will tilt down. And let's go ahead and turn on the headlights as well as the hazards. Both the driver's window and the front passenger window are fully automatic. Let's go and pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators, and you do have blind spot detection. 17-inch alloy wheels. And coming up front here, you have halogen projector beam headlights with LED daytime running lights. Now, powering the Optima here is your standard powertrain. It's a 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder that produces 185 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 178 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM, with EPA estimates being an okay 24 in the city and 35 on the highway. Now, if you want more power with still reasonable fuel efficiency numbers, I recommend going with the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. But the Optima also does have a hybrid powertrain available, as well as a plug-in hybrid too. Now, as far as the way the 2017 Kia Optima drives, now when Kia redesigned this vehicle, they really focused on the ride quality, and The Optima has one of the smoothest and most comfortable rides in the mid-size sedan class. It's pretty quiet, especially at highway speeds, and it soaks up road bumps fairly well no matter what trim you get for the Optima, which is nice. Now, the 2.4 liter four-cylinder we have here can feel a little underpowered at times, and the fuel efficiency is certainly not the greatest. I would certainly step up to the 2-liter turbocharged four-cylinder that you can get some much better powertrain, and the fuel efficiency isn't too much worse than this 2.4 liter we have here. Now, as far as the way the handling goes for the Optima, now this vehicle is pretty average for the way it handles. It's predictable. You can feel for where this vehicle is trying to go, but it's not going to be a vehicle that you want to throw around corners. If you're looking for driver engagement, I would certainly check out the Ford Fusion, and I would really recommend checking out the Mazda 6, as that vehicle is highly praised for its driving dynamics and provides very sharp handling. But the Kia Optima here is pretty average for the class. It's a vehicle that's pretty easy to drive for the most part. It is better handling than the Toyota Camry, but I think it has a decent balance between good ride comfort and good handling here. Now, the 6-speed automatic transmission we have here is a pretty good transmission. Never really hesitates to shift that much, which is nice, and it never jerks a whole lot. But many vehicles in this class are stepping up to 8 speeds, 9 speeds. Well, you necessarily don't need that. The 8 speeds and 9 speeds do provide better fuel efficiency, but the 6-speed is kind of just, you know, the standard or the ordinary in the mid-size sedan class now. So overall, if you're looking for a mid-size sedan that's very comfortable and easy to live with and provides decent handling too, and a good balance between nice ride comfort and nice handling, the 2017 Kia Optima is a really nice choice. Now, if you're looking for better handling, like I said, go with the Mazda 6 or the Ford Fusion. But as far as the way this vehicle rides and everything, it's pretty good, and it's almost as good as vehicles like the Toyota Camry, Chevrolet Malibu, and the Honda Accord when it comes to its ride quality. Now, competitors of the Kia Optima, you have the vehicles in the mid-size sedan class, of course. This includes the likes of the Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, Subaru Legacy, Chevrolet Malibu, Volkswagen Passat, Nissan Altima, and the Ford Fusion. Love the sloping roofline of the Optima. Coming to the rear, you have LED taillights and rear reflectors, as well as a chrome exhaust tip. Now, of course, Kia has one of the best warranties in the business, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And you'll also find that with Hyundai as well. You have your basic power necessities, power windows, door locks, power mirrors, and they do power fold, of course, and your memory seat settings for 2 people. Interior quality is quite good in the Optima. It's much better than the last generation. You will find plenty of soft touch materials inside of here on the door panels, including the dashboard, and the build quality is much better than the last generation. The fit and finish is pretty impressive, and it's one of the better interiors in terms of quality in the mid-size sedan class. Everything feels pretty sturdy in here for the most part. Coming to the stairwell design, the stairwell design is pretty stylish. I really love how it's sporty looking, but on the left you do have your stairwell mounted audio controls, Bluetooth phone controls, and your voice recognition. Over here you will find your cruise controls as well as your controls for the information center. It also does tilt and telescope with a pretty good range of adjustment here. Down here you'll find a little storage cubby, 2 12-volt power outlets, auxiliary input, and your USB charging port. And you have another little storage cubby right there, dual cup holders, heated and ventilated front seats for the driver and the front passenger, 3-stage, and you also do have your heated steering wheel button, as well as your different driver selectable modes. Now you essentially have two different modes, the eco mode, sports mode, and then just your normal everyday mode. And then we have your center console. There's an okay amount of space, but you have a removable tray. You'll also find a USB charging port down there. Seats in the Optima are very comfortable, pretty plush and soft, great for long road trips. Thigh support is good, can't complain about that. Overall, I'm quite impressed with the seats of the Optima. I'd certainly take a long road trip in this vehicle. Visibility is not too shabby. There's a decent amount of glass area on the front windows, and seeing all the windshield is pretty easy too. But it's certainly pretty average for the class. And when you get to rearward visibility, it's not too bad. However, there is a pretty high window base back there, so it can intrude on rearward visibility just a little bit. You have your glove box compartment, and right here you also do have your controls for your dual zone automatic climate control. You have your temperatures, as well as your fan speeds, and then your different zones, front window defroster, rear window defroster. Pretty easy to figure out there. Now, coming to the infotainment system in the main head unit, this is the Uconnect system from Kia here, and it's a very responsive system. The graphics and the rendering are pretty good too. You'll find all of your normal audio sources, including AM, FM, XM satellite radio, Bluetooth streaming audio, your USB port with iPod integration, and your auxiliary input. And you can hook up your Bluetooth phone, of course.
Turn Bluetooth on from your device
and have all of your contacts stored on there, as well as an integrated dial pad too, once you hook up your Bluetooth phone. And then you also do have a navigation system. However, you have to have your SD card inserted into the slot. And then over on the UVO, you do have roadside assistance, vehicle diagnostics, your My Car Zone parking minder, your points of interest. You could set your own, and then your e-services guide. And then you have your setup, which you could change many different settings from the navigation, the voice recognition, display. You also do have onboard Wi-Fi, your sound settings, of course, all the things like your bass and your treble and your fader, all that good stuff. And then right here, you also do have climate controls. If you don't want to control it by the buttons located down right there. It shows you what temperature you're set at for the driver and the front passenger. Overall, love the UVO infotainment system in the head unit. It's a pretty good system. It's simple and easy to use and intuitive, and it's very responsive. Nothing too much to complain about here. And you also do have the availability of Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Up here we do have an auto dimming rearview mirror, LED map lights, sunglass container, as well as a full-on panoramic sunroof. And still, to this day, a lot of vehicles in the mid-size sedan class don't offer a panoramic sunroof, such as the Honda Accord, the current generation, as well as the Toyota Camry. Coming to the gauges in the instrument cluster, you do have your tachometer on the left and then your speedometer on the right. It's a pretty traditional looking setup. Fuel gauge is located down there, as well as your coolant temperature. And in the center, you'll find all of your vehicle information, such as your fuel range, your trip information, and then your direction of travel, what audio source is playing, and then shows you your tire pressure, service intervals, and then you have your driving assistance for your blind spot detection, convenience, sound, many different settings that you could change here. But it's pretty simple and easy to use. I wish there was a bigger LCD screen for the vehicle information here. Now, I did find a pretty comfortable driving position in the Optima, and there's plenty of legroom in here, especially for the front occupants. Really do love the Harman Kardon sound system. It really provides crisp and clear audio quality. And Harman Kardon is what they used to put in Mercedes-Benz vehicles, but now they went with Burmester. All right, let's go ahead and shut down the Optima. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Interior quality does follow through in the rear, and you have rear window sunshades, which is nice. Not all the headrests are adjustable, just the outboard rear seats. Now, sitting back here in the Optima, there's plenty of legroom, and a decent amount of headroom as well. Wouldn't say it's best in class, but it's certainly pretty good. You do have dual map pockets, rear air vents, and then a USB charging port and a regular 12-volt power outlet. And then we have your cup holders with your rear center armrest. Now the seats back here themselves are very comfortable and great for long road trips still. And it's a pretty comfortable experience overall, and I love how it comes with manual rear sunshades back here, which is a nice little feature to have. And the rear seats back here are also heated. All right. Okay amount of trunk space back here. You do have your cargo net. The rear seats also do fold down 60-40 split, which is nice. But pretty average trunk space in the mid-size sedan class. Also do have a powered passenger seat with power recline and power lumbar. Alright. So with its refined driving dynamics and its well-built, comfortable interior with many luxury features available, the 2017 Kia Optima makes for a pretty good choice for a 2017 midsize sedan. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.